Hi guys, I'm Pete. I'm the tattoo gardener here on YouTube. I've been an experienced gardener for getting on nearly 8 years now. 6 years on my own, but 8 years all in all, working with other employees before setting out on my own. And that brings us on to today's topic, which is a video for you guys out there who are just beginners in the trade or just getting into the industry and want to know a little bit more, and you're at a bit of a loss. You don't know what tools you need, you don't know where to start. So hopefully this video is going to help you today. It will just give you an idea. Some of the things that I'm going to talk to you about and the tools that I'm going to feature in this video are going to be a little bit more expensive initially, because when you're starting out, you might think, oh, I'm going to do it cheaper, or but from my personal experience, I would say sometimes it's worth paying a little bit more. So if you've got some money saved up from previous jobs, then use that money to invest in better equipment. But hopefully this helps anyway. It gives you a bit of a rough guide as to what you're going to need when you're starting out. So number one on my list is a reliable vehicle. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, I can't afford a van. If you can't afford a van, work out of a car. My dad does it. He's 60 odd years old now. He still works out of a car. He's never had a van. Now, me personally, I think a van looks more professional than a car, but it's down to you at the end of the day. If you're starting out and you haven't got a lot of money behind you, then maybe a car is just a simple thing. As long as you can get all your stuff in the back and fold your seats down and you can do a job and turn up, then that's all the customers want at the start. It's reliability and you turning up. So number one on my list is a reliable vehicle. Once you've been established for a little while and you've got some more funds behind you, you might be in a position where you can get a van. So when you do come to that stage and you're thinking, what kind of van do I get? You're thinking, do I get a small one? Do I get a medium one? Or do I get a large one? Now that is all going to depend on your business, what work you're taking on, whether you're doing fencing, whether you're doing just garden maintenance, or whether you're doing a little bit of everything. For me personally, I started off with a small van. I had a Peugeot Partner and it was great for 3 years. It cost me 800 quid. I got it on eBay. It was sound, it was a brilliant little van. I think it had 120,000 miles on it when I got it, and it lasted me 3 years. So it was an absolute little diamond. But I found over the years, because I have had bigger vans as well, I've had a Nissan Primaster, which was a really, really good van. I've had Ford Transits, and I've actually currently got another Ford Transit, which is a really, really beautiful van, as featured in this little video clip here. But it doesn't mean you have to necessarily have a bigger van, because you can work out of a smaller one. I just find a slightly bigger van is a little bit more user-friendly. Now, if you're going to be taking on ride-on mowings and stuff like that, and big properties, using ride-ons and that kind of stuff, then maybe you need to be looking at one of these. It's even bigger. It's a Mercedes Sprinter, but I just gave you a Mercedes Sprinter as an example. But a big van such as this in this video here, yeah, again, it's up to you. It all depends on what you're going to be doing. So small vans are great, medium vans are probably a good happy medium, and big vans if you're taking on loads and loads of work. Number two on my list is obviously a reliable mower. You've got to have a decent mower. There's a variety of mowers out there. You can get four-wheel petrol mowers, all sorts of things. But I always use the stripy mowers because I like the nice stripy finish that you get. The only problem with having a roller mower and something that puts stripes down is obviously if it's really wet for a good few weeks like we're having at the moment, getting on there, it's going to potentially churn up the edges where you're turning, and you're doing a nice straight line, but where you do a nice turn, you might get the roller, it just makes a mess. It's not good. I would say more often than not, these two mowers are the best two mowers on the market. So the first one is a Hater. It's an old name. Everyone knows Hater Harrier 48. Mine was a very good mower. I loved it. This is the one I got. I've got the 48. It's not the Pro, but mine cost £1,048. I know it's a lot of money, but it's reliable, it does the job, and it leaves a really good finish. The second mower on my list is a Honda Pro 536. Now, I found these mowers to be absolutely fantastic. All petrol mowers clog in the rain. That's just normal. It can't be avoided, Let's say you've had a bit of dew on the ground and there's a few wet leaves or whatever, it will just hoover them up. It's got such a good suction on it, the 536 Pro. It's a really good mower. So the Honda, I would say, is probably my number one over the Hater. They're both very good, but the Honda for me just pips the Hater. The Honda does come in at a little bit more of a hefty price tag though. That is £1,897-ish. So they are more expensive, but I can tell you now the Honda is slightly better than Hater. So they're two very good mowers, but they're just what I would choose if I was starting out. Next on the list, we've got strimmers, hedge cutters, that kind of thing. Now, obviously, you're thinking, I haven't got the money to be going out buying a, hedge cutter, and a strimmer. Best solution, guys, best solution. And I know it might seem a little bit more expensive to start with, but get yourself a Stihl petrol combi. These things are very good. I recommend going for the KM94RCE petrol combi engine. These are about £323.80. Really good bit of kit. Now, obviously, if you want to be eco, if you want to be all green and the way everything's going at the moment, then why not try this battery option? This is the battery combi unit, and it's made again by Stihl. It's the KMA135R, and these come in at £394. Fantastic bit of kit. The only drawback is that's just the price of the unit. You will have to buy a charger, and you'll also have to buy a battery. I think the chargers are around £125.99, and you want the Stihl AL500 quick charger because obviously it's going to be rapid charging. You want something that's going to charge your batteries quicker. So the battery you're going to want to go for is the AP500S. These are about £320. With this particular battery, they do have a slightly longer charge, and they will hold their charge longer, and they're just a little bit more powerful. So I think for what we're doing, you want something that's going to be quick charging and also last a little bit longer. Next up, it's a backpack blower. I say backpack blower because I think they're better than the handheld blowers, but if you do want a handheld blower, they do this one here. This is the BG86, made again by Stihl, and these are about £275 to £360. They're not bad. They're okay for getting in like small gardens and around flower beds and stuff, but they're not 100% brilliant. I personally think the backpack blowers are a little bit better. So if you're going to go down the route of a backpack blower, I would say these are the three options you've got. The BR600 is about 559 quid. You have to forgive me, the prices could be different depending on where you buy them, but at the local shop where I get all my stuff from, they're about 559 quid. Second option is the BR700. Again, there's not much difference in power, but the BR700 is another very good blower. These retail at about £625, so it's a little bit more than the BR600, but again, it's one step up. And then if you really want to go even more powerful, and this is probably the best of all three, to be honest, and I'll tell you for why. It's the BR800. Now, this is not only a more powerful blower, but it's got a secret little weapon. So with the other two, if somebody comes up to you like a customer and they want to have a chat, then you obviously have to take it off your back and you have to turn the engine off. And then if you want to start it up again, you've got to pull the cord and then get it back on your back and blah, 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 blah. The BR800 has two pull cords. It's got one on the back for when you're on the ground and you're first starting it. But then if you've got it on your back and a customer comes over, you stop the engine, and whilst it's attached to your back still, you've got a side pull. And you use that side pull and it fires it up instantly. It's a much better option, it really is. So at my local retailer where I get all my stuff from, BR800 is going for £918. So it is a little bit more dearer, but it is a very good blower. Next up on my list is hand tools, weeding tools, that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to give you a few examples. Obviously, you're going to want to get yourself a hoe for getting in the flower beds and pulling weeds out. I recommend this stick here. It is a Wolf Garden stick, and they are £25.99. I will put a link in the description to their website. Have a look on there. That will give you all the prices for all the individual heads that you can put into the sticks. As well as that, there is this hand tool set which I found on Amazon. This particular set is £20.88, but they obviously vary in price from sort of £16 all the way up to £40. But just have a look on there, see what you can find. If you type in like hand tools for gardening, it's going to bring you a whole list of different things up. All the links will be in the description of this video, so go and check it out. So yeah, hopefully this information sort of helps you guys out. It's just giving you a rough idea of like items and pictures and prices and stuff like that. But these are the sort of things that I was looking for when I first started. I didn't have much of a clue, but I was sort of going off what other gardeners have got and what they recommend. And a lot of them said to me, Pete, you basically just need a van, a blower, a mower, a strimmer, a combi, you know, with all your attachments and your hand tools. These are the essentials just to get you going, get off the ground, get earning money. So I found these really, really helpful. So again, hopefully this will help you guys out if you're new and you want to get into this industry, because it is a good industry. It can be rewarding. It's not so good when it's like this and it's raining outside, but you know, it's fun. You know, you'll go to different places, meet loads of people, and you'll make friends with people all over the place that you didn't even know existed. yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. So if you're new here and you haven't been before, why not smash that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and that will tell you when I've uploaded to the channel. And if you like this video, it would really help if you gave it a massive thumbs up. And if you've got any comments, get them below. I'll do my very best to reply to everyone who takes the time to message and comment. So look after yourself. You're all flipping awesome. Keep working hard. We've got this. Peace out.